Every day, more than 3,000 commercial flights cross the Atlantic. It's the busiest stretch of oceanic airspace on the planet. But unlike flying over land, there's no continuous radar coverage out here. Aircraft report their position via satellite and radio, with the nearest airport more than 800 miles away, 3,000 flights a day, crossing what is effectively a blind zone. So every day, 2 teams of air traffic controllers on opposite sides of the Atlantic sit down and draw the routes from scratch. The team at Gander, Canada, draws the eastbound nighttime tracks. The team at Shanwick, Ireland, draws the westbound daytime tracks. Each direction gets 5 to 7 routes, named with letters: eastbound, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Westbound, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The spacing between each track is 60 nautical miles, and the whole system disappears the next day, because the winds shift and everything gets redrawn. On those tracks, pilots aren't free to adjust their speed. Every aircraft has to hold an exact Mach number. Mach 0.84, for example, not 0.85, not 0.83. Because without radar, separation between aircraft is calculated entirely by speed. A small deviation means losing that separation, 800 miles from the nearest runway. But why does a system this complex have to run at night? The first answer lies in a river no eye can see. At around 10 kilometers altitude, a continuous stream of wind flows from west to east, moving at anywhere from 100 to over 300 kilometers per hour. That current is called the jet stream. Think of it as an invisible conveyor belt across the sky. When a Boeing 777 crosses the Atlantic from New York to London, it isn't just relying on its engines, it's riding that current. Airspeed of 900 kilometers per hour becomes 1,100 with no increase in engine power. That's why flying from New York to London takes around 6.5 hours, while the return, London back to New York, takes 8. Same distance, 90 minutes apart. All of that difference comes from the wind. Multiply that across thousands of flights a day, and the numbers get enormous. Skip the jet stream, and each flight burns roughly 20% more fuel across hundreds of transatlantic flights every night. That's hundreds of millions of dollars in difference each year. A study from the University of Reading analyzed 35,000 flights between New York and London and found that better jet stream optimization alone saves an average of 200 kilometers of fuel per flight, totaling 6.7 million kilograms of CO2 saved in a single winter. And that's additional savings on top of routing that's already mostly optimized. At night, the air is colder and denser. Engines perform slightly better burning denser air, but the difference is marginal. Darkness isn't the main fuel factor. That river of wind is. The jet stream explains why eastbound is faster, but it doesn't explain why you have to depart at 10 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. That reason comes down to a calculation most people